Hi guys, it's been a while. I haven't really done a video since I want to say fall, so it's definitely been a long time. But I mean, can you really blame me? This world is crazy. Like, I don't, it's insane. It's like, what is going on right now and everything, you know? My happy-go-lucky self has not really been wanting to make any videos, you know? But there's just so much stuff going on that it's been really heavy on my heart that I haven't really wanted to hop on here and to make any arts and craft videos. But it's summertime and it's not getting better. It's actually got worse. But what can you do? You really can't do nothing. I mean, I've protested, I've signed petitions, I've called my senators, I've spoken my wishes, and it still doesn't seem to be enough. But happy summertime, y'all. My garden is growing. This has been the first year that I've seen some cucumbers growing. Usually they get ate up by worms, but this year I have been sprinkling cinnamon on it and it seems to do a lot of the job. It keeps away the stink bugs and the worms, and we have baby cucumbers. Like, I could grow asparagus, I grew tomatoes, carrots, but those vine vegetables just aren't doing it for me. And cucumbers are my favorite vegetable too. Like, I could eat a cucumber all the time. I'm a vegetarian, so I love my veggies. But cucumbers are something that I try to grow every year, and every year I am heartbroken because the bugs have got to them. But this year we have some baby cucumbers, and I found out some cinnamon, sprinkle cinnamon, and I haven't seen any bugs yet, and it's been about 2 weeks. And within those 2 weeks, I have cucumbers. And I have a beautiful pineapple, and she is a queen. She is my beautiful queen. I love her. I've been growing her for 6 years now, and I'll tell you a little funny story about my lovely little pineapple. I planted my pineapple about 6 years ago. So about 3 years ago, my pineapple was growing. It was so yellow, and I was like, oh, look how yellow it is. I'm like, I'm gonna wait one more day. So I waited one more day. I came out the next day. The raccoon ate it, and I was so heartbroken. I ripped it up and just threw it. I was so upset, but I replanted it. I was a little angry. I knew I was angry. I let my anger get the best of me. So I got up, I picked it up, and I dug it back into the hole. And this year we have a beautiful pineapple, and she is almost ready to be picked. It's really funny because I had no idea that during the second harvest you get an extra pup. So this would be my second harvest, and I have two pups. I have one pup growing, and I have one beautiful pineapple, as you can see. I have a net around it. I'm scared. I'm like, please, raccoon, don't get it. I have a little light that comes on, a motion light that comes on. So I am keeping my fingers crossed that we're gonna get some yummy pineapple this year. But yeah, so it has been summer here in Florida. That means afternoon showers, very, very hot sunny days, and garden season and craft season. So let's do some crafts. I have a few things in mind that I want to do. So today I wanted to make some deodorant. Shea butter. It's probably so. I mean, while you're at it, you might as well moisturize. Some coconut. Which I'm really not the biggest fan of coconut, to be honest, because I kind of feel that coconut is, so shea butter will help unclog your pores, while coconut oil actually will clog a lot of your pores. And that's why I really don't want to do a whole lot of it. I think that we honestly shouldn't use recipes. I think that this is more of like a trial and error type of deal in life, because everybody's different and everybody kind of, I don't know. So I'm gonna do a lot more shea butter than I am gonna do the coconut butter, just because I know what works best for me. And I love coconut oil for my hair, but I notice whenever I do use it I was using coconut oil a lot on my face, and I ended up with a huge cyst on my eye. And I googled how and what caused it, and it said that it could be caused by a lot of built up oil. And so at that time, the only face stuff I was doing was coconut oil, and so I stopped doing that and I switched to castor oil. Anyway, so I'm going to put this in the microwave for 30 seconds and see if it kind of dissolves a bit. I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. You can't even see, can you? You can't even see here. There you go. So most of it is melted. I just put it in the microwave and I melted it. And let's see. Alright, so when it's melted, I'm going to add some ingredients. I'm going to add this little thing right here. A tablespoon oh my gosh, hot diggity dog. 1 scoop, and look, a tablespoon. Maybe I should do a half a tablespoon. All right. All right, I'm gonna do a half tablespoon of baking soda. There's so many different recipes online. I get so overwhelmed. I remember whenever I first started trying to make my own deodorant, I was like, okay, let me follow the recipes to a T. But I realized that like my body and your body is so different. So I want you to kind of make everything in life by your heart's desire. Like, you measure with your heart, and I think that you can't go wrong with that. And then I'm going to use the Bento night clay. Alright, I'm going to do a tablespoon of that one because I enjoy it. And I'm also wanting to make some toothpaste with this. So, we'll see. We have enough time. And let's mix. So we're gonna mix it up. little bit of arrowroot into it because it's supposed to thicken it up a bit. You have to get it all out. You have to get all the clumps out. That's something that we have to do because it won't dry right. So we're gonna mix this up for a little bit. And I guess we're gonna add some stuff to make it smell good. But I don't think that you need it. Like, I got so intimidating whenever I'm looking at all these recipes and they're like, you should put, you know, this and that, 10 drops of lavender, 5 drops of cedarwood. I'm just like, we are trying to save money. We are not trying to, I don't know. I've always been the girl that I work with what I have. It would be nice if I had some lavender. I mean, who wouldn't want some lavender oil? But at the end of the day, if I don't have it and I'm trying to make something homemade, I am not trying to go to the store to buy it. We will do without it. All right, so let's pour it in. I am so funny. There's so many times where I go through the stuff that I'm cleaning and I feel like I'm a hoarder. And I'm like, why do I have all this stuff? Like these empty deodorant. Like, why? And I had a whole bunch of them too. There were so many of them. And I'm like, why do I have them all? This is why. I had a reason, you know, in the back of my mind. I knew that I was going to be making my own deodorant. So we have to say goodbye to this Dove. Bye-bye. Dove. Degree. Alright, let's say goodbye to that. Take this off of it. Because those are not the ingredients anymore. We got non-toxic ingredients. So. Alright. Here we go. We're going to put the cap on this sucker.
When you're done, you put it in the refrigerator for about an hour.
I'm going to make some toothpaste now. I'm just going to use a jar like that. And this one has coconut oil in it. So we are I know, trying to get coconut oil off of here is not fun. And I think what I really want my videos to be about is not about doing exactly what I'm doing. It's about following what feels right to you. If you want this or want that, you should do it. You know, I think following recipes is kind of keeping you inside a box. You know, your grandparents always had trial and error. And educate yourself, because there are things that our bodies are so different from one another. We are so uniquely made that not one recipe suits us all. I think that it's really important for us to know what our body enjoys, what our body responds to the best. And I don't think that you're gonna find it by copying to a T other people's recipe. Because some people don't like certain things, like, you know. Now, I've seen toothpaste with this. I've also have done years. Whenever I have a toothache, I will literally do an oil pull, and I will put a spoonful of coconut oil in my mouth, and I will constantly, you know, swish, swish, and wish, and I'll spit it out, and I know that it makes me feel better. Like, I don't have to read it. I know that it makes me feel so much better every time that I oil pull, and I think that it's important for you to know what works best for yourself. All right, so this is I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons. 2 shots of vodka. And then I'm going to do some sea salt. I'm just gonna do 1. And then baking soda, baking soda. I'm gonna do 2 as well. I guess 2.5. Let's show you. This is my toothpaste. And then we could just shake it this way. There is no recipe. There's always trial and error. You could do what I did or not. You could go online and do it, and you could just, I don't know. I feel like everybody should just measure with their heart. They should measure with their heart. They should know what your body likes and what your body doesn't like. I know my body does not like a lot of the baking soda, and I know I will get red dots over here and it will be itchy. So I didn't use a lot of baking soda. Some people don't like a lot of the shea butter because it has more of a sticky consistency. Some people, I rather have sticky. I don't want slimy, or like the coconut oil is very, to me, it's like, it's slicky, it's slimy, I don't enjoy it very much. So for my deodorant, I didn't really have a lot of it. I'd rather have the thick consistency than the thin. I'd rather have thicker than thin. But not everybody is like me, so it's so hard whenever you see a million different recipes on Pinterest when you just need to know yourself and to trust yourself. Literally, trust yourself, love yourself, and try your hardest to not be so hard on yourself whenever you fail, because life is all about failing, and life will get you, I have that saying that I freaking love so much. I'll forever love this saying, is you don't have to be good to start, but you have to start to be good at something. You don't have to know what you're doing to start, but you have to start to know what you're doing, to start to know what you enjoy and what is right for you. I think you have to honor yourself. If you're not feeling good, I think that you should love yourself and not give yourself so much of a hard time for not doing the things that you promised yourself you would do. Because at the end of the day, we are all humans and we're just trying our best. Sometimes you do have to fail, and sometimes you do have to mess up. You have to mess up so you're able to know exactly what you like, you know? Because how else are you gonna know, guys? You know, if you quit before you get the recipe right, like, how else are you gonna know that this was right for you? Unless you keep trying and keep getting better and know what's works for you. You know? So that's what I would say. I would say if you want to go off my recipe, you can. It wasn't really the best on here, but my advice for y'all guys is to follow your heart, to know what you like, and to trust yourself. Please trust yourself. If there's one person in this world that you need to trust, it would be your intuition. Stop second guessing and stop overthinking it. Just trust yourself and have faith. Faith over fear will win every time. But I know this is a whole different crazy video that I never usually do videos like this, but I just thought it'd be cool to show you guys how I try to narrow down my waste in the house, and whenever I do feel up to it, because I don't want to sit there and say, oh, I only do this and I only do that, because it would be a lie. Because there are days that my mental health that is struggling, and those days kind of turn into weeks, and I don't have it in me to be doing extra. What I have in me is to do the bare minimum, which is be a mom, cook, clean, and make sure everyone is alive. Anyway, that's all for now. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you at the next video. Toodaloo! I just want to hop on here and talk to you guys about the toothpaste that I forgot to mention. But if you guys are using this toothpaste, you should not spit it down the drain. It is coconut oil and it will clog. So make sure that you are spitting it out on the trash.